Now, the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China is formally established, which is an event of great importance and far-reaching influence for Hong Kong, for China, and even for the whole world. I take this as a red-letter day, not only for the Hong Kong compatriots, but also for the Chinese people and the entire Chinese nation. At this august historical moment, on behalf of the Central People's Government and the Chinese people of all ethnic groups, I wish to extend our warm congratulations on Hong Kong's return to the motherland and the establishment of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. And to extend our cordial greetings to the 6 million Hong Kong compatriots now back to the big family of the motherland, and to express our gratitude to the compatriots in Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, and the overseas Chinese who have contributed to Hong Kong's return, and all the patriotic personages supporting China's reunification. My thanks also go to all our foreign friends who have cared for and supported Hong Kong's return to China. I also wish to extend, on behalf of the Chinese government, our welcome to the distinguished guests and friends who are present at this ceremony. Hong Kong's return to the motherland is a shining page in the annals of the Chinese nation. From now on, the Hong Kong compatriots will truly become masters here, as a new leaf will be turned in the annals of Hong Kong. Since ancient times, our ancestors have lived and labored on this land generation after generation. From the Qing dynasty to Emperor Daoguang's reign of the Qing dynasty, China exercised jurisdiction and sovereignty over Hong Kong. In mid-19th century, after launching 2 opium wars, Britain forced the corrupt 1842 and the Convention of Peking 1860. In 1898, Britain again coerced the Qing government into signing the Convention of the Extension of Hong Kong, thus occupying the entire Hong Kong region. Notwithstanding the prolonged separation, blood bond between the people of mainland and Hong Kong compatriots had never been severed, nor had their shared sentiment for the well-being of the nation. The Chinese people have never recognized the unequal treaties imposed on them, never forgotten for a single day the humiliating state of Hong Kong under occupation, and never stopped their indomitable struggle for state sovereignty and national emancipation. With the passage of time, earth-shaking changes have taken place. The rise of the first 5-star red flag at Tiananmen Square showed the world that China had achieved national independence and liberation and embarked on a road to socialism. Thanks to reform and opening up, a rejuvenated Chinese nation has taken on a completely new look, and its international stature has been greatly enhanced. days of national jubilation for Hong Kong's return, we cherish dearly and with great admiration the memory of Mr. Deng Xiaoping, who passed away not long ago. He initiated with exceptional wisdom and great statesmanship the creative vision of one country, two systems, charting the correct course for us to resolve the Hong Kong question through diplomatic negotiations and to maintain long-term prosperity and stability of Hong Kong. After the Chinese government resumes the exercise of sovereignty over it, Hong Kong will continue to practice the capitalist system with its previous socio-economic system and way of life remaining unchanged and its laws basically unchanged, while the main part of the nation persists in the socialist system. As a special administrative region of the People's Republic of China, Hong Kong will enjoy a high degree of autonomy as provided for by the Basic Law, which includes the executive, legislative, and independent judicial power, including that of final adjudication. The Central People's Government will administer foreign and defense affairs of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region in accordance with law. We extend our sincere congratulations to Mr. Tong Chi-hua, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, who has been sworn in today. Special Administrative Region government under his leadership and will give it full support. The basic law of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region shall be observed not only in Hong Kong, but also by all the departments of the central government, as well as the provinces, autonomous regions, and municipalities directly under the central government. No central department or locality may or will be allowed to interfere in the affairs which, under the Basic Law, should be administered by the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region on its own. After Hong Kong returns to the motherland, the overwhelming majority of the laws previously in force will be maintained. Hong Kong residents will enjoy their rights and freedoms in accordance with law and will all be equal before the law. The provisions of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, and international labor conventions as applied to Hong Kong will remain in force to be implemented through Hong Kong's regional legislation. A gradually improved democratic system suited to Hong Kong's reality is an important, in accordance with the Basic Law, develop democracy gradually with the ultimate aim of electing the Chief Executive and the Legislative Council by universal suffrage. After its return to the motherland, Hong Kong will retain the status of a free port and an international financial, trade, and shipping center, while continuing to maintain and develop its economic and cultural relations with other countries, regions, and relevant international organizations, so that this international economic metropolis will forever be vigorous and dynamic. The Hong Kong Special Administrative Region protects the right to own private property in accordance with law and may, on its own, formulate its economic, trade, monetary, financial, educational, scientific and technological, cultural and sports policies in accordance with law. It will have independent finances, practice an independent taxation system, and be a separate customs territory. all the economic and trade activities and investment interests of other countries and regions in Hong Kong will be protected by law. These policies and guidelines have been formulated by the Central People's Government after careful consideration of the need to safeguard both the immediate interests of the Hong Kong compatriots and the fundamental interests of the Chinese nation. Their adherence serves Hong Kong, serves the entire nation, and serves the world as well. Therefore, there is no reason whatsoever to change them. Here, I would like to reaffirm that one country, two systems, Hong Kong people administering Hong Kong, and a high degree of autonomy will remain unchanged for 50 years. This is a long-term basic principle of ours.
Inspirational words there from the Chinese President Jiang Zemin.
Hong Kong's success today is, in the final analysis, the work of the Hong Kong compatriots. Their pioneering and enterprising spirit has filled people around the world with deep admiration. Our Hong Kong compatriots will certainly carry forward this valuable spirit and bring about a better future for Hong Kong. As Mr. Deng Xiaoping rightly put it, the Chinese in Hong Kong have the ability to run the affairs of Hong Kong well, and they should be confident of that.
In your picture there, the widow of Deng Xiaoping, the originator of the one country, two systems.
Hong Kong's success today is inseparable from China's development and the support by the people on the mainland. After the founding of New China, the Chinese government has all along given support for a socially stable and economically prosperous Hong Kong. Since the beginning of China's reform and opening up, that support has become even more powerful and effective. Hong Kong, as an important bridge linking China with the rest of the world in economic, scientific, technological, and cultural exchanges, has benefited from it immensely. With the continuous advance of China's modernization drive, Hong Kong's economic link with the mainland will become even closer, and its role as a bridge will be increasingly enhanced. This in turn will give a stronger impetus to Hong Kong's economic growth. Hong Kong's success today is also attributable to a number of other factors. Its advantageous geographical location, its free port policy of complete openness, its well-developed legal system, and highly efficient team of civil service, and its effective economic management and civic administration have all facilitated Hong Kong's economic development. These factors will continue to play a positive role after its return. Our Hong Kong compatriots are known for their glorious tradition of patriotism. They have made important contributions in the struggle for motherland. Hong Kong compatriots will surely display greater love for the motherland and for Hong Kong, and take it as their utmost honor to maintain long-term prosperity and stability in Hong Kong and safeguard the fundamental interests of the country and the nation. To many foreigners living here, Hong Kong has already become their home. It will remain their home in the future, where they can live and work in peace and contentment. In Hong Kong, everyone will have the chance to compete on an equal footing, and everyone will be entitled to the rights and freedoms as protected by law, regardless of race and color. By achieving a negotiated settlement of the Hong Kong question, the Chinese and British governments have provided the international community with an example of peaceful settlement of historical issues between states. Here, I wish to express my thanks to those British personages, both within and without the government, for their contributions to the smooth transition of Hong Kong. We are confident that the successful solution to the Hong Kong question will help strengthen the friendship between the two peoples. Thanks to reform, opening up, and the modernization drive, China has witnessed tremendous changes in its economic and social life. We owe all our achievements most fundamentally to the road of building socialism with Chinese characteristics, which we have taken. We will unswervingly take economic development as our central task, continue to deepen reform, open still wider to the outside world, and push for overall social progress. We will unswervingly promote peaceful reunification of the motherland in accordance with the principle of one country, two systems, ensuring a smooth return of Macau and eventually resolving the Taiwan question. We will unswervingly pursue the independent foreign policy of peace, join the people of other countries in maintaining world peace and promoting common development, and contribute our share to the establishment of a fair and equitable new international order of peace and stability. The advent of the 21st century has entered a countdown stage. Our country is at an important historical juncture. Let the entire Chinese people, our compatriots in Hong Kong, Macau and Taiwan, and the overseas Chinese included, get united. Let all patriots who support China's reunification and care for its development get united. Let us all work hard with one mind, seize the day, seize the hour, keep abreast of the times, and strive for the complete reunification of the motherland and the overall rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Thank you.
Jiang Zemin's speech finishes with that call on Chinese people around the world to support the new SAR. Introducing the new Chief Executive who was sworn in the early hours of this morning, Tung Chee-hwa.
江泽民主席，各位國家領導人，
President Jiang Zemin, distinguished state leaders, honored guests, fellow Hong Kong citizens and friends. Today is a momentous day for China. Today is a joyous day for all Chinese people. 1st of July 1997 marks the return of Hong Kong to China after a long separation. It marks the establishment of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China. In the midnight hours behind us, China officially resumed sovereignty over Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Special Administrative Region was sworn in by the Central People's Government. In peace and solemnity, Hong Kong opens a new chapter in its history. As Hong Kong proudly strides into a new era with a new identity, our thoughts and remembrance go with great reverence to the late Mr. Deng Xiaoping. There was a time in the early 1980s when Hong Kong people became increasingly concerned about uncertainties surrounding 1997. Despite rapid economic growth, the mood in Hong Kong remained apprehensive due to the lack of a clear direction on the future. Mr. Deng stepped forward decisively and created a blueprint for Hong Kong after 1997 under the imaginative concept of one country, two systems, and taking into account the fundamental interest of China and Chinese people as a whole. The concept, widely accepted by all parties concerned, resolved the uncertainties over Hong Kong's future. We should express our gratitude to President Jiang Zemin and the entire leadership in China. During the sometimes turbulent transitional period, they have worked tirelessly to smoothen the path leading up to the handover, lay the groundwork for a better Hong Kong, and ensure a smooth and successful transition. This is a remarkable achievement. We can now move forward on the basis of the solid foundation of the past success and under the guidance of the Basic Law to lead Hong Kong to new heights. The Basic Law provides the constitutional framework for Hong Kong's special administrative region. It has documented and institutionalized the high degree of autonomy conferred upon us. It clearly prescribes the social, economic, and political systems in Hong Kong, which are different from those in the mainland. It reaffirms the implementation of a different system within one country. It protects the rights and lifestyle of Hong Kong people and delineates our obligations. Hong Kong is at present the freest and most vibrant economy in the world. Free enterprise and free trade, prudent financial management and low taxation, the rule of law, an executive-led government, and efficient civil service has been part of our tradition. All these factors, which underlie our success, has been guaranteed in the Basic Law. Leaders in China have said time and again that prosperity and stability of Hong Kong will contribute to the modernization of our two systems, a high degree of autonomy, and Hong Kong people administering Hong Kong is the first step towards the ultimate reunification of China. Citizens of Hong Kong, this is our mission. There is before us a heavy responsibility and a long way to go. Our country has given us a high degree of autonomy, intelligence, and work arduously for a better future. Like most people in Hong Kong, I am not a passerby. Our home, our career, and our hopes are here in Hong Kong. We have deep feelings for Hong Kong and a sense of mission to build a better Hong Kong. Today, I wish to share with you my thoughts on the future development of the economy, education, housing, and care for the elderly, issues which are of great concern to the people. Hong Kong can be proud of its achievement over the past 30 years. There is no question about this. Nevertheless, we have to be alert to the challenges which lie ahead. We face keen competition in trade and services, and our competitiveness is being threatened by persistent high inflation. We have to resolve a series of social problems arising from a growing and aging population, meet the pressing demand for more and better housing, and deal with the employment dislocation due to the restructuring of the economy. All these require urgent attention and careful handling. Beneath the surface of prosperity, there are insidious threats which are taxing our courage and determination. Our foremost task is to enhance Hong Kong's economic vitality and sustain economic growth. Only through the creation of wealth can we improve the living of the people of Hong Kong and continue to contribute to our country. It is the responsibility of the Special Administrative Region government to create a good business environment, plan for and train the necessary manpower, and uphold the principles of free trade, fair competition, and non-interference in the market. We will strive to enhance Hong Kong's position as an international financial center and a cosmopolitan city. We will promote the services sector and facilitate the development of value-added and high-technology industries. The world is entering an information era. We must adopt positive measures to encourage investment in information industry and infrastructure and nurture expertise in this area. Only then can Hong Kong remain at the forefront of the new age with vigor and vibrancy. Education is the key to the future of Hong Kong. It provides a level playing field for all and the human resources required for further economic development. Our education system must cater for Hong Kong's needs, contribute to the country, and adopt an international outlook. It should encourage diversification and combine the strengths of the East and the West. We shall draw up a comprehensive plan to improve the quality of education and inject sufficient resources to achieve this goal. The thrust of our policy will be to improve primary and secondary education. To start with, we must have quality teachers and principals with strong sense of mission. We have to raise the professional qualification of teachers. In the foreseeable future, new teachers for primary and secondary schools should have a university degree and teaching training. We will extend full-day schooling to all primary schools and abolish floating classes in secondary schools as soon as possible. We will raise the standard of language training, formulate a comprehensive policy on the application of information technology in education, improve the system of examination and school management, promote diversification in the school system. We will encourage tertiary institutions to develop areas of excellence. We will further review the academic system in terms of the length of and the interface between the various stages of education, so as to ensure that our education system meets the long-term needs of Hong Kong. We have to foster among our youngsters a sense of responsibility towards the family, the community, and the country, and the world, and to develop in them the strength of character, the spirit of enterprise, and versatility to cope with vagaries in life. We will encourage our young people to have all social skills and aesthetics. To achieve this goal, the school, the family, and the community must work together and share the responsibility. Owning one's home is an aspiration shared by the people of Hong Kong. It is crucial for nurturing a sense of belonging and maintaining social stability. Housing costs also has strong bearing on the economic vitality of Hong Kong. Crux of the housing problem is inadequate supply, causing prices to soar and creating opportunities for speculators. The fact of the matter is, Hong Kong has enough land to meet our housing needs. With unfaltering determination, it should be possible to resolve the housing problem. We will draw up a 10-year housing plan to speed up reclamation and land formation, extend the mass transit system and infrastructure development, and increase the efficiency of housing production through a comprehensive review of existing organization and working procedures. We will substantially increase the production of home ownership flats, actively implement the sale of public rental flats to sitting tenants, and address the needs of the sandwich class. We will increase overall housing supply at a target of not less than 85,000 flats a year. The aim is to achieve a home ownership rate of 70% in 10 years. We will also speed up urban redevelopment, clear all temporary housing areas and cottage areas, rehouse the dwellers of bed space apartments, and reduce the average waiting time for public rental housing to 3 years. Rampant speculation in the property market in recent months have seriously affected our competitiveness and people's livelihood. We will devise a range of anti-speculation measures and will monitor the market closely. We will take resolute action when it becomes necessary to do so. Our senior citizens have contributed to Hong Kong's success. They deserve respect and care from the community. The Special Administrative Region Government will develop a comprehensive policy to take care of the various needs of our senior citizens and provide them with a sense of security, a sense of belonging, and a sense of worthiness. We will set up a commission for the elderly with wide community representation to formulate policies and coordinate the delivery of services. We will set up the mandatory Provident Fund scheme as soon as possible. We will also carry out an in-depth review of the comprehensive Social Security Assistance Scheme, which aims to assist the needy among our senior citizens and improve their living. We will encourage families to live with their elderly members through adjustments to the public housing allocation policies, provide supporting services to carers of the elderly, and increase the supply of housing and residential services for senior citizens. We will also improve primary health care and strengthen services for the chronically ill. Furthermore, we will promote the physical and mental well-being of senior citizens and encourage them to do voluntary work so that they can continue to contribute to the community. Reunification with China opens up new opportunities for Hong Kong. Successful implementation of one country, two systems require us to develop a better understanding of our country, cultivate a congenial relationship with the mainland, embrace a distinct set of values, safeguard the rule of law, protect our freedoms, promote democracy, and establish a common long-term purpose. The interests of Hong Kong and the motherland are intricately linked and intertwined. Due to our long separation, there is a general lack of understanding about China among the people of Hong Kong. The reunification has created a new environment and better conditions for us to understand our country and our people, and to love our country and our people. Only then can we firmly establish our roots and make one country, two systems a success. We must strengthen the understanding and relationship between Hong Kong and the mainland through mutual trust, mutual economic benefits, cultural interaction, and mutual respect for each other's way of life. We know Hong Kong and the mainland will move forward together, hand in hand. Every society has to have its own values to provide a common purpose and a sense of unity. Most of the people of Hong Kong are Chinese, some are not. For a long time, Hong Kong has embraced the Eastern and Western cultures. We will continue to encourage diversity in our society, but we must also reaffirm and respect the fine traditional Chinese values, including filial piety, love for the family, modesty and integrity, and desire for continuous improvement. We value plurality, but discourage open confrontation. We strive for liberty, but not at the expense of rule of law. We respect minority views, but are mindful of wider interests. We protect individual rights, but also shoulder collective responsibilities. I hope these values will provide the foundation for unity in our society. It is immensely important. We will continue to ensure that the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of the government will operate independent in society. We will ensure equality before the law and provide an attractive environment for investors and the people of Hong Kong. We will preserve the existing freedoms and lifestyle and ensure that the people of Hong Kong will continue to enjoy the freedoms of speech, assembly, association, the press, and other freedoms guaranteed by the democracy is the hallmark of a new era for Hong Kong. The Special Administrative Region Government will resolutely move forward to a more democratic form of government in accordance with the provisions in the Basic Law. We will provide opportunities for every stratum of the society and legitimate political organizations and people with different shades of opinion to participate in the political process. The Special Administrative Region government will adopt an open attitude and be accountable to the public. Hong Kong has an outstanding and honest civil service. They will have a crucial role to play under one country, two systems. Together we will serve the community and work for a better Hong Kong.
If you're listening in English, you're hearing it in
For
his
the first
voice.
time in the history of Hong Kong, we now have the opportunity to chart our own destiny. Under one country, two systems, we will move forward with conviction, prudence and determination. We will work together for a better future. Our vision of Hong Kong is a society proud of its national identity and cultural heritage. A stable, equitable, free, democratic and compassionate society with a clear sense of direction. An affluent society with improved quality of life for all. A decent society with level playing field and fair competition under the rule of law. A renowned international financial, trading, transportation and communication center. A world-class cultural, education and scientific research center. Distinguished guests, my fellow citizens of Hong Kong, in 2 years, People's Republic of China will be celebrating its 50th birthday. In 2 years, the world will be greeting the beginning of a new millennium. And I know, in 2 years, Hong Kong will achieve greater success and a better life for all as we move into the next century. Our nation will be proud of us. I invite you to join me in wishing China thriving prosperity. I invite you to join me in wishing Hong Kong continuous success.
我希望呢啲理念可以成為香港團結嘅基石。維持同埋發展香港嘅法律體制度、法治精神，對香港十分重要。獨立運作，大力推動肅貪倡廉，為香港市民同投資者提供良好嘅環境，確保喺法律前面人人平等。我哋會致力維護香港市民現有嘅自由生活方式。 確保市民依法充分享受言論、集會、結社、新聞同公民權利同政治權利國際公約所保障嘅種種自由。民主係香港新時代嘅重要標誌。 特區政府將會堅定咁依照基本法規定發展民主，使到香港各個階層，包括所有唔同意見嘅合法政治團體，都有機會參與。特別行政區一定以開放嘅態度，聽取社會上各種唔同嘅意見，並且向公眾問責。 香港有一支優秀同埋連結嘅公務員隊伍，佢哋喺港人治港中擔任咗重要嘅角色。我會同佢哋攜手合作，為廣大市民提供最佳嘅服務。各位，喺歷史上，我哋第一次有機會 自己管理香港，自己創造香港嘅魅力。喺一國兩制之下，我哋會以堅定嘅信念、踏實嘅步伐，同埋旺盛嘅鬥志，照着高遠嘅理想前進。我哋嘅香港將會係一個為其祖國同文化根源感到自豪嘅社會，一個安定、 公平、自由、 民主、有愛心、方向明確嘅社會，一個富足同生活質素優良嘅社會，一個連結、機會均等、公平競爭嘅法治地區，一個中外交流嘅窗口，一個飛升國際、舉足輕重嘅金融、貿易、運輸、諮詢中心，一個國際性嘅文化、科研同教育中心。各位嘉賓、各位市民，再過2年多嘅時間，中國就會慶祝共和國50年嘅誕辰，而人類呢，亦都會將喜迎一個新世紀嘅千歲新年。我哋深信不疑，香港會係呢個雙喜臨門嘅時候，用更加美好嘅生活向祖國獻禮，帶着更加輝煌嘅成就，跨進新世紀。祝願祖國繁榮昌盛，祝願香港邁向成功。
多謝董建華先生。
Applause for Dong Chi-hua, the Chief Executive, for that speech in which he set out the values that will provide the foundation, as he said, for unity in Hong Kong society. He said democracy is the hallmark of a new era for Hong Kong, which will encourage many people.
由中央人民政府授權的受託人為特區政府管理的一項基金。
喺過去11年，土地基金嘅資產總值已經係累積超過咗1700億港元，而其中嘅盈利增值咧都達到400億港元。
土地基金達到安全、保值和增值的預期目標，是中央人民政府在香港過渡時期為特區政府和香港市民做的一件大好事。
The previous British administration were very proud to have handed on such a vast amount of money to the new government of the SAR to speed them on their way to good administration, where money is very important. The Land Fund is a very essential part of that, the Land Fund being an accumulated fund from the sale of land. Since 1984, half has gone to the Hong Kong government, half has been retained in this Land Fund, which now totals, in Hong Kong dollar terms, 170,000 million Hong Kong dollars. That's to say, divide by 8, 20 billion US dollars, which put together with all the other money in the exchange fund and the accumulated reserves makes for at least double that amount of money in Hong Kong's coffers.